Apples in Once Human Way of Winter are one of the rarest items that you have to gather, and this is because there are 0 apple trees on the entire map, at least none that anyone have found yet. And with the fact that you need these apples to make growth fertilizer, and you need this growth fertilizer to upgrade your thermal tower, these apples are definitely something that you are going to have to get if you are looking to maximize that tower, which is why today I'm going to break down every single way you can go about getting yourself some apples. You need to make 71 growth fertilizers, which means that you will have to somehow farm 71 apples. And this is a major problem because, like I said, there is a major lack of apple trees this season. By that I mean 0. And in reality, unfortunately, this leaves us only one reliable solution, and that is silver axes. These require a specific specialization to even craft, so if you don't have that, you are kind of out of luck here and will have to hunt some of these axes down inside of vending machines. But even if you have the specialization, the drop rate on the apples is absolutely horrendous, with people getting an average of like 1 apple per axe. You also have people coming up with crazy theories like the dead trees have better drop rates, or that the bean trees have better drop rates. But after doing this for a little while, I'm starting to think that this is totally random. Some of the dead trees that I chop will have multiple fruit drops, and some of the bean trees that I chop will have multiple fruit drops, and a lot of both of them won't have any fruit drops at all. And when it comes to what fruit you get, that also seems like it's a complete roll of the dice. There was no rhyme or reason to the type of fruit I was getting compared to the tree I was chopping, and it definitely seems like apples are the rarest fruit you can get, being that I only got 1 apple out of the 2 axes that I use. The only one thing I would suggest here is to not chop these small trees that fall down in like 3 swings, because I believe whether or not you get a fruit seems to be RNG that is run per swing, which is why some trees end up dropping multiple fruit. So only swinging 3 times, I mean, could get you a fruit in theory, but I personally didn't get any off of those trees, so it felt like a bit of a waste. And this sucks. They need to drop some apple trees down throughout the map ASAP. Nobody's wanting to burn through 71 silver axes just to level up a few of the upgrades on their thermal tower. But in case you are, the best spot for you to farm the dead trees as well as the bean trees, which again, I'm not convinced are increasing the drop rate at all. But in case you are, the best spot to find the bean and dead tree is both the Central Tundra Teleport and the North Blackstone Teleportation Tower. Anywhere in between these areas is jam-packed with these trees. But I would be remiss if I did not also mention that there are a couple of ways that you could, in theory, get some apples or just straight fertilizer. First off, this portable compost bin will take rotten food that you have inside of your inventory and turn it into either some mushrooms or a random fertilizer. This was one of, if not the very first specialization I unlocked, and I've been using this compost bin the whole entire time. And you can see I only have like 12 of each fertilizer, with none of them being the growth fertilizer. So the entire time that I've played this season with this bin, which again has been practically the entire season, I've never once gotten a growth fertilizer. And even on top of that, I've only gotten like 12 of each fertilizer. So I suppose in theory you could, but I'm highly doubting it at this point. But we also have the Fetch-A-Lot bunny, which harvests random crops over time. But what I'm noticing with this is that it is only collecting crops that I could actually plant myself, with apples not being one of those things. Now, I can't say for sure if the Fetch-A-Lot bunny can get apples or not, but it definitely does not seem like it. Let me know down in the comments if you've managed to pull an apple from your Fetch-A-Lot bunny. At the end of the day, like I said, the most reliable way right now is just chopping a ton of trees with silver axes, which in my opinion is just a complete waste of time. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are farming apples inside of Once Human, if you are farming apples at all. But that's all I wanted to break down inside of this video. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'm out.